nobody tells LP Killer Mike what to do at all, because like, you are the biggest DIY band in the world, right? In essence, like you're the biggest independent artists. Like, there's one thing I've always admired outside of the music. Like, I mean, like there'd be no reason for us to talk if I didn't like your music. It slaps like fuck. Like, but like when outside of that, when you see somebody achieve as much as you guys have achieved from an independent background and owning your own shit and calling your own shots, that doesn't happen that often, and it is inspiring to watch. Like, what did you have a template to work from, like when you guys were starting out? You're like, oh, okay, that band did it the way we like it, or that group did it the way we
We
like
had
it.
our own histories to work from. One of the advantages of being, around a while is that you have you have some experience, and I've done it in multiple different ways throughout the years, and one thing that we just sort of agreed on from the beginning was that it had to feel, everything that we did had to feel like we were doing it for the right reason. Every move that we made had to feel like we were making the move for not only the smart reason, because we want our work to count, but also for a reason that we could look people in the eyes and be like, we're trying as best as we can to figure out how to do this in an honorable way. It's one of the reasons why we give the records away for free, as in addition to selling it, because we recognize really early that it seemed like a really it seemed like a really pure gesture to say to people, hey, if you don't know if you fuck with this, or if you don't have it in your budget right now to buy music, which a lot of people, especially right now, don't, or
Yeah.
if you don't, yeah, or if you just want to hear the record before you decide whether or not you want to buy it, or you want to come to a show and you want to buy a sweatshirt, or whatever, all we have to give you is music. So here, take it, and if you like it, then let's try and create a relationship here. Like we'll try and make the best shit possible, and wherever you can, if you're into it, support it. And that really came from both of our experiences, and just sort of recognizing what the reality of things were today and the way that people consume music, and being like, look, it's not the old way anymore. We're not, a lot of people were really grumpy and really sort of resentful of the fact that the industry had changed, that
It's taken them a
technology,
long time to figure it out now.
for sure, and that technology had interceded, but more so than than people figuring out what the technology was going to do to the industry and the bottom line and all that shit. It seemed like people couldn't quite grasp what it meant for the culture, the way that kids actually consume music, and what the relationship you're supposed to have with those kids is. And we quickly identified it in our minds, as best as we could, which is basically like, this is a generation that cannot be tricked into something. This is a generation of
Yeah.
people that cannot be fooled into buying a record if the record isn't up to par for them. You have to earn that. You don't get that automatic support unless you are earning it on a consistent basis. I think that we have people now who will buy our records just sight unseen, because they know that we have a history of really putting our all into these records. But in order for us to establish our relationship, we had to give something. And I think that that's the thing that artists need to realize, is like, you have to give something in order to earn that relationship. And so, again, I'm rambling a little bit, but that sort of was all just the result of our experience, and kind of, and also just us in our hearts, just sort of being like, this is how we want to, this is after all this time putting records out on in different companies and doing different things, and none of the business matters anymore. None of whether you're on a major label or independent or anything, it doesn't make a fucking difference. The question is, do you have like genuine respect from the people that are supporting you because you've earned it, and are you putting out the best records that you possibly can? And so,